President-elect Trump saw significant gains in nearly every New York City neighborhood on election night. And while Kamala Harris still won the state, could New York be facing a red wave in future elections?
Fox 5's Morgan McKay joins us now to break down the numbers. Morgan.
Yeah, Steve, Natasha, these election results are like muddy tea leaves that both Democrats and Republicans are now trying to read. But look, at the end of the day, Vice President Kamala Harris still won New York. But if you look closer at some of these neighborhoods, they are trending red.
The national and state Democratic Party brand is in a dumpster right now.
Democratic State Senator James Skoufis represents a Hudson Valley district that has trended more purple. But although he won his re-election bid by a 15-point margin, Vice President Kamala Harris lost that district by about 10 percentage points. Skoufis says this should be a wake-up call for Democrats to focus on issues that impact the working class, like public safety and tax relief.
They see the Democratic Party disproportionately talking about issues that are quite frankly far out of the mainstream, like decriminalizing sex work.
President-elect Donald Trump received 43% of the statewide vote, the highest share for Republicans since 1988. He also picked up votes in New York City, making significant gains in minority neighborhoods. For example, in 2020, Trump did not win a single election district in Corona, Elmhurst, East Elmhurst, or Jackson Heights. But this year, he won 6 election districts in those areas. State Republican Chairman Ed Cox says these are areas of opportunity for local Republicans.
And in Brooklyn and Queens and the Bronx, we have a lot of growth opportunities there. The Hispanics are coming our way. They are socially conservative. They are small business people who are working hard. They just want safe streets, good jobs, and good education.
Let's not get too hysterical interpreting the results.
As Deputy Senate Majority Leader Mike Gianaris notes, although Democrats were hit hard at the top of the ticket, they were able to pick up 3 House seats across the state. However, Republicans were also able to pick up 1 state Senate seat in Brooklyn, which will cost Senate Democrats their supermajority. Gianaris says this is a sign that Democrats can do more to address health care costs, child care, and education.
These are the things that people speak up about around their dinner table every day. And I don't think we made a compelling enough case to them.
Senate Minority Leader Rob Ortt says the Republicans plan to look at districts where Trump did well this year and use that as a roadmap for where they should focus their efforts on next year.
And so I think we have an opportunity to go after seats in places that historically Republicans have offered no candidate.
Now, one other takeaway from the election, U.S. Senator Kirsten Gillibrand handily won her re-election, but for the first time in her Senate career, she did not get at least 60% of the vote, garnering about 58%. And her opponent, Mike Sapercohn, is the first Republican U.S. Senate candidate in New York to win more than 3 million raw votes since 1992. Natasha?
All right, Morgan, thank you so much.